King Law's volcano mining, I have a seeing, and so my seeing it works like that one of King Solomon. And so through it, I can do all those kinds of stuff when there are problems being said, mixing it up with when I cry or when then I pray. Maybe when I'm sad and then I pray, or when I cry and then I pray. And then after that, maybe being sad and then I fast, or when I cry and then I fast. It will just depend on how I'll be doing my things, but I don't talk about my things, me, and I'm not looking for clients. It is those kinds of stuff that are more like the country's doctor or something. And so mine, they are actually traditional, but they can also be open from a church, because they did show me as I went to this other churches it visited from where I was at, just around. So that time I was just at the ground there. And then so when I was at the ground there, it became this thing that after some time they did show me, however they showed me that indeed, yeah, that place also I can. And so there it was this thing that these things is because of the death of Jesus Christ. So the death of Jesus Christ there, it is this thing that separated those things, that they become automatic from church. They become automatic, they open automatically howsoever there. And then through the traditional ways, it is because of a marking of an old ways. That is why the blacks had the traditional one, and then the whites remained with that one of the Bible, because of the death of Jesus Christ as it happened there. Because we all know that the whites are the ones that came with the Bible. And so the death of Jesus Christ, that is how it's separated under the sea, which is the thing of sacrificing, offering, slaughterings. So on the sea, on those that can see, that have the gift of seeing, them, it is how it affected it, and that is why you see that those markings are still there. And so to the humans of the community, it is this thing that them, those things they had to completely stop, because of it is not unique like the sea, which is why human beings do not offer slaughterings when they ask for forgiveness or all those kinds of things to the heavens. That is why you see that when it happened like that, because of the seed of Cain as it was traveling around there. The wise are the seed of Cain, as I also explained on the book there, but nicely to be said also here too. And so that is why they did those things, so that they can travel nicely with them. And when they travel nicely with them, it is this thing that it was also those kinds of stuff that when it was traveling with them, it had to be with the seed of Cain, because of the genes, it's not all of them. They become different. And so when they become different already, we already know that there's nothing much we can worry too much about that thing there. Because that is how the gods had to play a role there, so that they can always be with the seed of Cain. Simply because of the kids, them, because of the gene stuff, they are not like the father. So it's not all of them. That is why it happened like that too. Otherwise, yeah, cool. And so now that is why you see the seeing, it remained the traditional one, it remained with the blacks, and then the other one with the whites. And so now that is why through the seeing you can also open them from all the ways. And when they are open from church side, you can also use them in all those ways that you can actually use them. And so now volcano mining, ne? Volcano mining, it is this thing that volcano through the seeing, I am actually the defender of the human image. And so I was defending, so since I was defending, I was officially authorized or given the power to actually defend the human image. Ne? When I have to defend the human image, it is this thing that the human image, it became this thing that now I have to come out and protect it, which is attacking for what I'm defending, and or attacking that which is attacking what I'm defending, so that those things can be nourished and inspired, otherwise they will run out. And so me, when I'm doing this, I am protecting, taking action in those things, otherwise there's nothing I'm defending. Through that nuclear blast thing that I saw, that is why the volcanic solution, I have it with me, just so you can also know that I saw that blast coming at me, because of scientists, they predicted that blast few years to come, it will blast globally instead of locally, as they still estimated. It still is like that. We know science on those kinds of stuff, their measures, they are accurately the way, because we are always aware howsoever they are, unlike, I don't know, the other ones. And so that is why you see that I saw that blast coming at me, which is how those things happen, because they ended up scanning all those things there as they happen there. And so the volcano solution there, volcano mining, is this thing of turning a volcano into an electric power station, because a volcano, it is a source of coal. So when it is a source of coal, all of those things they come in place, and then that coal, it is even hotter. So we'll just use an elevator there. However, we'll use it maybe from a good distance, bringing all those instruments, waters, and all those things that you can that are used for electricity, because already we have a source of coal there. And so now that coal of volcano, it is going to be made with a cylinder going up, or rectangle, or maybe a square. It will just depend, but rectangles, it is a nice shape to go up just from the sides, whereby a volcano can balance as it becomes bigger going down there. And so now what is happening there, it is this thing that that part of a volcano, it is going to supply the whole of the globe, and the whole of the globe, them they have to go through that part and use it, because of it is going to blast globally instead of locally. That is why all the lines for electricity, they all have to be mined. And so since all of them, they have to be mined, it is this thing that they all have to change to my electric station, so that the volcano can be controlled and get finished whatsoever there is to be used with all those other options that are recommended that it will be used with. Great. So all the volcano that have erupted even on the oceans there, they'll be used like that, and then there'll be branchings. Yeah? Great. And so now coming to windows and glasses. Windows and glasses, which is number 4. Windows and glasses, it is this thing that we are going to replace all the plastics, all the glasses with plastics. Ne? The windows of cars, of houses, and all those stuff. So of cars, it is this thing that it is going to be used with that plastic that you find from school there. Ne? That plastic that you find from school chairs, those orange, blue, and red chairs, that plastic that you can use like it is elastic, that when you peel it off with something that is sharp, it comes out those kinds of stuffs all around it there. Ne? And so when it is like that, it is already this thing that it is my business already through those kinds of stuff, so it will be made transparent. And so windows and glasses also come into bottles of alcohol. Bottle of alcohol, you can't say whatsoever about those percentages, because of a bottle itself, it is 50%, and then 25% coming to the design there. And so inside there, it is 50%, so that is how it will be used there. Plastic or something nicer, but that plastic of like a cold drink bottle there, that you'd use there, so that they don't stab each other and all those things around it there. Great. And so now coming to diamonds and diamond creators. So diamonds, I'll also be mining them, and then when I mine them, there'll also be this thing that as I mine them, creating diamonds is that I will hit them up into the volcano there. There are those diamond stones that you'll find even from where I'm staying around here, as you hear me telling you about the ground as I'm here in Joburg, Randburg side. Yeah. And so now here it is this thing that Etesheks here. And so here it is this thing that in underside consent. So now what is happening there is that there are those stones that you find on the ground there. They are diamond stones before they became heated up. So they are the fathers of the diamonds. You just see them, when you see them, you scratch them, they are glassy, those stones. And then when they heat it up, they become whitish inside, but they need too much heat. That is why you'll find them next to the volcanoes there. Great. Because of they are exposed to the sun, and for them to penetrate into the ground, they take time. So that is the thing about those things there. As all those things here in the businesses, they are part of my rewards coming from the heavens, because of I have saved the angels. Great. The angels, them are that part there. I will literally talk with you too much, maybe through the judgment times or whatsoever, but I am not here for your questions. I'm just here to tell you, command you, instruct you, and all those things there. Great. Because of my life has been an envelope that has been written, that has been a message, a letter that was written, and then now the envelope is submitted. Otherwise, you still understand those other ones with time as it goes along there. Great. Well, if you read all along, you'll understand everything clearly because there are stars that also you hear from ahead. Otherwise, these are the stars that prove that also all those things they've come to pass and they've passed. Great.